Today is November 6th, 2024. It is currently 9:56 a.m.